Good evening, one and all. We're here at the famous Eden Gardens. You join us for this match between the Knight Riders and the Chennai Super Kings. I'm Adam Gilchrist, and with me in the commentary box is Michael Atherton, Mel Jones, and the one and only Ali Mitchell.
Looking forward to this one. A lot in this pitch for the bowlers. I feel it's a good call to bowl first. As captain, you'll feel you can get some early wickets and expose this lineup, and then they'll be in a great position batting later.
Rana to get us underway. Nice to see some pace first up. This new ball should give some movement early and make the batter's life difficult. The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball of the innings about to be bowled. Misses everything. Doesn't beat the infield. It's a full toss and worked off the pads nicely. Could well be four. And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Edge, but it drops safely. End of the over. 3 runs coming off it. The Super Kings are 3 for none.
End of the first, not many runs off it. A good start by the bowlers.
Norkia, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Finds the edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Got onto that so early. The cut shots in front of square teased the field all the way to the boundary.
Over the infield with a cracking shot. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Oh, wow. That is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
Wow. Power off the front foot goes all the way. Captain's going to change things around in the field.
Huge edge. Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Edge. Amazing delivery.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
An effort ball and called for the front foot. At least they've got an extra ball to go for that wicket. That sounded good. It sounded really good. That's the maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
Crunch on the front foot and bang. Gone all the way.
Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Edged. What a ball. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Power and precision in that shot.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Couldn't get it through the field. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover field.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
End of the over, the Super Kings, 46 for none.
Yet another massive over for the power play. Seemingly unstoppable at the moment.
Caught. That's a ridiculous catch. Out. What a screamer.
What a crucial breakthrough this is. Excellent bowling to get one of the key wickets cheaply.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. Can't get that outside the ring field. Edge, but it drops safely. Smacks that away through the gap. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. End of the over. 4 runs coming off it. The Super Kings are 50 for 1. Norkia from the high court end.
A few moves made in the field.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the high court end. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was put away with interest.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Some well-targeted bowling in that over, certainly something to build on.
The captain can now put 5 fielders outside the circle.
Narayan, the spinner, coming into the attack. Was quick onto that in the infield. Massive outside edge.
On 49. A quick single, maybe?
That is huge, enormous, massive, gigantic. Take your pick.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary. A good innings, that's 50. Simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner and they're ready to go again.
Huge edge. Nine runs added there. The Super Kings are 69 for 1.
Kept the heat on throughout this innings so far. Really good batting. The next few overs could tell the tale of just how big this score will be.
Edged it, no one there. Could be four. Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. Edge, but it drops safely. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. End of the over, 7 off it. The Super Kings are 76 for 1.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Thick edge. Seems to have misjudged that one. Ouch. Five runs in that over. The Super Kings are 81 for 1. Higher from the high court end. Smacks that away through the gap.
Well, he can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas, and the rewards will come. Finds the edge. Well, the bowler pulls out of the delivery. Something mustn't have felt right. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrists. It's wide of square leg. Could be 4.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot. Going with a more defensive field choice.
No. Terrible shot. Great commitment. End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Super Kings are 90 for 1. Misses everything. Huge edge. Doesn't beat the infield. Narayan, too crafty, and that's the end of that.
Two down, the long walk back to the pavilion for them. This could be a huge swing of momentum.
Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. And out, 2 wickets, 2 balls. There'd be a bit of tension in the batter's pavilion right now. End again, see you later on your bike. 2 wickets on the trot.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
On a hat-trick now. Don't worry, the nerves will be there for the bowler and the batter. That's the end of the over. 1 run coming from it. The Super Kings are 91 for 3. Wow, that's missed the lot. Straight to the fielder. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot. Might look to go big again here.
End of the over. The Super Kings are 98 for 3.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away. To the boundary.
Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? Edged. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. End of the over, 10 off it. The Super Kings, 108 for 3.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way. Ravindra watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Deflates the crowd there, pulls up short, and that's going to be a dead ball. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Over the infield with a cracking shot. End of the over, 7 off it. The Super Kings, 115 for 3.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Russell, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Going with pace now.
It's coming into the attack.
Edge, but it drops safely. It's got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Edge, but there's no first slip, and the keeper just couldn't get there. Don't need to do anything special. Right in length is the key here. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Great shot. It was a good length to try, and they did that with maximum result. 6 more.
Just a little bit of room given, and the power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
Punch down the ground, mid-off and mid-on in pursuit. Huge, enormous, massive, gigantic. Take the hit.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that over the boundary.
18 runs at it there. The Super Kings are 133 for 3. Oh, gone again. That's even bigger than the first maximum. I think it might have gone into the wind as well.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook. How will he reply?
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership between these two.
Big edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Oh, wow. That is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
How clean did they hit that? Plays that immaculately with a straight bat. Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park. Aurora from the pavilion end.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. This could be trouble. Beautiful catch. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
A great innings coming to an end. Brilliant scoring. It was a very entertaining performance. We'll have to head back to the pavilion. First ball for the batter coming in.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Couldn't get it through the field. Goes over the top with that shot. 5 runs added in the over. The Super King, 157 for 4.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Massive outside edge. Edge, but it drops safely.
Crunch on the front foot and bang, gone all the way.
Gone. Played all around that one. What a delivery.
A great innings coming to an end. Brilliant scoring. It was a very entertaining performance, but has to head back to the pavilion.
And it's coming into bat at number 7 for the Chennai Super Kings.
Norkia finishes an economical over and walks away with a wicket, which was fully deserved.
A little bit of wobble on that ball. It's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though.
Bold, perfect Yorker. bowling.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
Batters coming into bat at number 8 for the Chennai Super Kings.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
First, I'd focus on just trying to survive this ball, deny the hat-trick, and then worry about getting runs. Edged, unplayable. Timed through the vacant point position, racing to the boundary.
That was a solid shot, really well played. Ball was dropped just a little shorter and a great shot off the back foot.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Edged, what a ball. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here.
There was some wonderful stroke play on offer for the fans here. Bowlers just weren't tight enough.
Right arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the high court end. Finds the fielder with that shot. Onto that early, that could be 4.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection. How will the bowler respond?
Edge, amazing delivery.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Got that away nicely.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall, on top of the bounce, and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end.
That's the end of the innings. The Super Kings have set a target of 183 runs. This is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase.
Here we go. First ball.
Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Misses everything. That's out. Deep mid-off. Needed to move a bit, but they got there with time to spare. It's a fine catch. Great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch. A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. A direct hit and this could be gone. Oh, that's a great shot early on, wide of cover, and that'll give him a bit of confidence early on. May pull up short of the boundary though.
Well, he can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Wow, that's missed the lot. 6 runs added in the over. Kolkata are 6 for 1. Ahmed, the left armour, is coming into the attack from the high court end. No, terrible shot. Nearly gets the edge. Ahmed with a great delivery there.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Oh, whack. Pick the bones out of that. It's gone for a maximum.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move. Might look to go big again here.
The crash. Beautiful bowling.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
Well, now that could be out of the ground. That's a tremendous shot, just sailed away.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Oh, that's beautifully struck, right out of the guts and all the way.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
2 overs gone and they're off to a superb start in this power play. 12 plus and over, well ahead of the required rate. You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Gone, great catch. In the air and cover takes an easy catch.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Getting out to the crease at number 5.
Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Too good. That is huge.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary. 6 lost ball. How will the bowler reply?
Great commitment. Straight drive, mid-off, will cut that one off.
Well, the delivery was poor. Still needs to be put away, though. And what a lovely shot to find the boundary.
Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
End of a massive third over. Incredible batting with the fielders up. It's put them ahead of the required run rate early on. A few more overs of this will really put them in the driving seat.
Oh, well, don't even bother running.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Getting nice and settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Yep. There's a chance if it hits. That looks gone. Oh, great run out.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
That's got a flight number attached to it. That ball has gone a long, long way.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened. Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
They're going to go in for the kill with this delivery. It's up to the new batter to make sure the fielding side doesn't pick up any more momentum. That is quite extraordinary. Russell, don't do it to them like that. What a shot.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Beautiful take, caught and bowled. Didn't time it at all and mid-on with an easy catch.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Misses, that's a big chance gone begging. Solid shot, that's going for 4.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
Gaikwad, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Brilliant diving stop. Singh taking guard. Has been playing really well in recent matches. Certainly needs to bring their A game today. Huge shot. It's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
End of the over, a big one. 11 runs coming from it. Kolkata, a 69 for 5.
End of the 5th, and the bowlers have been getting some stick. The field will spread out soon, so they might look to bowl to more defensive fields. Well, you don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that has raced to the boundary.
That's 4 all the way. Beautiful shot.
A lovely shot off the back foot. The shorter ball having no joy and getting dispatched for 4 runs. Bowler needs to tighten up a bit.
Too good. That is huge.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good delivery smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Oh, that's 6. That's going right out of the ground. magnificent pull shot.
That was a really well-timed shot off the back foot. Saw it early and it was dispatched with ease.
By now then, that time in the air, batters should get a few here.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
Ahmed shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Oh my word, that is huge. Middle, that's a monster of a shot.
Oh boy, 4 sixes in a row. It's just proving too easy at the moment. I feel like it might not be over just yet. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner and they're ready to go again.
Curran, the left armour, is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end. Doesn't beat the infield. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Pulled away but straight to square leg. There's a chance if it hits. That's high. Is there enough on it? There is. Add that maximum to the scoreboard. Thank you very much. I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Flex that one, simple as you like inside the ring. End of the over, 9 off it. Kolkata, 110 for 5.
The batters have left a clutch of 4s and 6s in the scorecard. They're powering this team to victory.
Couldn't get it through the field. Ashwin with a huge appeal. Jadeja, the left armour, is the new bowler from the pavilion end. Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
He's quick onto that in the infield. Good pick up, big chance. quick reactions. Gone. Fine catch.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Before that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Iyer, stand and deliver. Holds the pose as the ball goes straight over the bowler. 6 more.
Well, the shorter ball doesn't work here. Rode the bounce well and eased it over the top for 6 runs.
Nice shot. Straight to gully.
That ball has raced away. Fabulous footwork. The balance was perfect to get onto the back foot so easily. How will he reply?
Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one though. The Super Kings managed to keep the batters pretty quiet in that over. We're certainly seeing some very good bowling.
It's been non-stop action tonight. Every plan for the batters has been dismantled with almost a level of disdain.
Brilliant stuff. Open the shoulder and lofted that over cover. That'll be 6 more.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook.
Over the infield with a cracking shot.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. I can just stand and admire that shot.
Rana has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Can't get that outside the ring field. Trouble! Oh, that's a maximum. I want to know how far that's gone. Came right off the meat of the bat.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Oh, that was net. With an element of insanity the way that sounded. 2 biggies in a row.
Follows up the first 6 with an even better strike. Impressive hitting display at the moment. How will the bowler respond?
Lovely cover drive. Straight to the extra cover fielder. End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle.
The batters have left a clutch of 4s and 6s in the scorecard. They're powering this team to victory.
Misses everything. Cuts that off well in the infield. That looks gone. Oh, great running.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Gone, knocked him over. Just too much pace there.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
That's coming in at number 10 for the Night Riders.
That's the one and only short one for the over. Always good to throw it in.
Straight to the fielder. There's a chance if it hits. Could that be out? Looks like it.
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out, and it certainly feels like this is close to finishing.
Oh, yes, Harris holds on to that under huge pressure. They've done it.
The Super Kings get the final wicket. A brilliant bowling display to take the 10 wickets and the victory.
That's the end of our broadcast for now.